different. But it's not like he just gave up. That's not what happened.
Then what do you call it?
Oh, man.
And y'all coming at me. I was like, what do you call it?
This is why we call Zoro fans meatheads, bro. This is why. Lawrence will prime.
I never even said I was a Zoro fan. Like, you said that all you want, but those words never came out of my mouth.
But are
Damn, son.
I like Zoro, but I like look at Zoro. I like Shanks over Zoro. How about that? Oh yeah, I got nothing to say. All right,
we're trying to
let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Come on, respect.
I say what you are.
All right. hello to everybody out there watching our show right now. What's up? This is That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Lionel. Sev.
And this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. Woo! Welcome everybody to episode 96 of That One Piece Talk. This week, we just had One Piece break week. We know that the chapter is going to come out later this week, but today is One Piece break week for us. Everybody, listen to me now. Listen to me once, listen to me twice. You could play this and rewind and then play it back as many times as you need to. If you spoil anything from the newest chapter, even in a super chat, you will be banned. You get one warning, and then the second time, mods will ban you. I do not care if I lose you. Why? Because that's not the type of people I want in our community anyway. So please, if you're in live chat, if you're in our Discord, respect everybody else that's enjoying the content. Do not just be selfish and get excited and talk about things from the newest chapter. Especially since this is a phone calls only episode. Do not do it, because Marv is just going to hang up on you, and I'm going to find you, and then I'm just going to ban you.
Stop it.
So, please, thank you. Other than that, guys, we hit 22,000 subscribers today.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew we hit 20K.
Yeah, I looked up randomly on Sunday myself.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, man, congrats.
We did it.
Are we fist bumping?
I mean, we can if you want.
Job not finished.
Yeah, job not finished.
I know.
Job not finished.
You gotta
Job not finished.
You gotta rejoice.
Yeah.
You know, progress.
Can we get like a quadruple pound?
We should be wearing the X's.
Wait,
X's?
why can't you reach further, bro? Do it with your other arm.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, don't dab with the left arm.
That's disrespectful, bro.
All right. Believe it!
See, now you do that. This is One Piece, not Naruto. We gotta have the X's and stuff.
Yes, so thank you to everybody for congratulating us across the board. Thank you. I know we have so many haters, so we're doing something right. So thank you. I appreciate it very, very much. We're definitely going to hit 30K probably by like the end of next week. Probably even before that. And I just want to say thank you. So to everybody that's new, that's here, thank you for being here. I hope you're excited about being here. We are That One Piece Talk. We are the best One Piece podcast. We are one of the best One Piece content creators in the game right now. And we're rising like a Yonko, about to dominate the seas. And then we're going to hit the Pirate King level. So thank you so much for being here. It's truly an honor to have you be entertained by us. And for today, we are going to do phone calls only. We're going to get into that very shortly. Guys, you have anything you want to say, talk about?
I'll say this. I had a very rough weekend this weekend, but being here with y'all, celebrating 20K, talking about One Piece, that brings me joy. So,
Hey, Dad.
and the Knicks took a playoff W on the road. You kidding me? I'm hyped, man. I said 20K by May. It didn't even take. It took what, a couple days?
It took a couple days.
Couple
yeah.
days? Look
A
what I'm
days.
talking about, man. So, my weekend sucked, but we celebrated Larry on
Yes.
Friday,
Yes, thank you.
and we was able to do big things. So,
Yes. Thank you, everybody as well for the wishes. But we got the boys in today. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna take your hottest takes. We're gonna take your best takes. We're gonna take your theories, and we're just gonna hear you out. But before we do that, I do want to say what's up to chat. I do want to read some super chats off, and then Marv will go straight into it. Okay. All right.
All right, with that, we did get a bunch of people in the chat. We got Jalen Kuiper, Zeph, the broker. Yo, he in the UK staying up late. Shout out to the broker, man.
Yes.
Hey,
And
appreciate
his
you.
theory
And his
popped
theory's
off.
popping off, man.
Yeah, his theory
It's
popped off on Shorts and TikTok.
Yeah, told him it
son.
would. I told him it would. Brandon Wigfall, Strad, a.k.a. the GOAT Mod. We got Anime Allen, Jose Zamudio, Jaheim. Shout out to Jaheim, yo. Bones.
My bad.
Moogie Wombat, Nick Quavo, Buggy D Clown, Straw Hat Nate, Bearded Squirrel, Gum Gum Gamer, Pharaoh Ramsey, so many y'all. Tainted Marth, yo, shout out to Tainted, yo. That's my Hajime no Ippo boy right there. Pig, your call's coming through this time. I know it is. Q Skill, Hunt Predator, just so many of y'all here. It's hard to keep a name. I Hate Mo, JT, former MVP of the DDT.
Nah, don't mention JT.
Don't mention
Don't
JT.
mention JT, bro.
Blazer, Jason, Mike Moore, Terrible TJ, just so many of y'all in here, bro. It's really awesome to see everybody here with us. Javerse, I saw Mosh in the chat. Shout out to Mosh. Ice, I can't keep with all the names, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
It's too many names.
Yeah. It's growing. So thank you, everybody, for being here.
you.
If you guys
Seriously.
haven't already, please like the stream. It does help
Like the video,
with
please.
the YouTube algorithm.
Arigato.
But we did get a $49, I think it's 49 pesos from Miguel Rosales Portillo. It says, hi from Mexico. Love the podcast and your energy. Shout out to him, man.
Viva los
Viva Mexico.
Stop it.
Yeah, channel your inner Canelo, bro.
I can't, bro. I love Mexican food, though.
Yo, it's good.
Yeah, Mexican food is amazing.
Just small little top lore. Every DDT, Larry gets spicy nachos from this Mexican spot.
Why are you putting my business out there?
Yeah, it's weird, yo. It's
Yeah,
weird.
can you just leave it?
But
It's
thank you.
amazing. It's really good.
But thank you guys. We did get another $2 from our guy James Hudson. It says hashtag Larry has bad takes. Hashtag CGI be crispy. Hashtag Simps for Sev. Appreciate you. Oh
And
man,
it continues.
we got another 5 from JT. It says, you already know what it is. Shout out to my TOPT GOAT, Lawrence. Larry, I love you. Sorry about the tourney last night. Oh, yo, speaking of which, who won the Apex tournament?
No, so we couldn't finish the tournament because there was not enough people that joined.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, you should have let me be on your team, bro.
Listen, bro, it's an experiment at this point. You know, I'm just trying different things to see what gravitates towards the community and trying to, give back, but also make things, just give people more things to do. And it looked like maybe the gaming route isn't necessarily what we should go for right now. So it's a lesson learned, man. That's how you become a better creator.
Yeah. All right. We got.
Thank you, JT. Thank you, JT.
Oh, man. We got another 10 gifted memberships from our guy Pig. Pig, you're so consistent with these, man. Thank you so much. Everybody who was able to grab a gifted sub, enjoy the emojis and the emotes that come with gifted memberships. We got another $5 from Anthony's crew. It says, who do you guys think is a better person, Akainu or GreenBull? That's an interesting one.
That is.
A better person?
That is a very hard question.
It's hard.
it
We don't
is.
know enough about either of them right now. I'm gonna go with Akainu. I'm gonna go with Akainu because his values, as dark as they are, he always was like, yo, y'all are gonna instill fear and chaos into the world for the civilians. I didn't get that from GreenBull. GreenBull was on some like, yo, everybody who's beneath the celestial dragons is just like lesser beings kind of thing. That's the kind of narrative or rhetoric he was spitting. So I'm gonna go with Akainu for now.
It's funny. I was about to say the same thing, but also too, Akainu also stands for like he believes his own justice system. So he has his own moral code. At least he's living to that. As twisted as it is, I don't agree with it at all. What Akainu believes in, but he's standing to what he believes in. GreenBull, he kind of follows what everyone tells him, regardless of how bad it is. I'm just gonna listen to it because I like those people. Like he's basically Akainu's dog. Like this, and he's gonna follow even if that's not his code or whatever he believes that. So, and he just kind of listens to whatever the Gorosei says, whatever the Akainu says, and whatever the Celestial Dragon says. So, it's just based off nothing, He just does that. So I don't think he's a good person for that.
I don't know. I'm trying to think the lesser of two evils. I think the lesser of two evils is definitely GreenBull, because Akainu is already set in his ways, right? Like, Akainu is already the guy who has already made up his mind, fought for his values against someone else that was a peer of his, and now is initiating upon those values and changing the Marines to his own liking in order to combat a system he doesn't believe in, that he thinks is evil. So he's already in position to make things happen that would be detrimental to the world, you know, without any permission except from the 𝙏𝙏𝙪. Where like GreenBull, he does seem to be influenced by a certain person that he really likes, but I think it's also because of the fact that Akainu does have this sort of charisma about him to influence everybody, or to just see things his way. Because it seems like most of the people that join Marines happen to carry some type of trauma from what pirates and freedom of pirates have caused. You know, like a village might have been burnt down, or like a city might have been trampled. That's why, like for Kobe, he just sees something going on wrong in the world, and he's like, yo, that happened with pirates first. So that's why I want to be the greatest Marine. And it's like, you kind of look at Akainu as like a superhero to a degree when you're in the system of the Marines, where GreenBull kind of has that same thing. Now, if I was somebody like Aokiji and I was the fleet admiral, I think that GreenBull will also find the same qualities that he sees in Akainu, and also would be influenced by him to make better choices, or to make some cleaner choices in comparison to what Akainu does. So I just feel like I would definitely say GreenBull's the better person, but he's also not leading people, you know?
You guys pretty much said a lot. It's really hard to actually just answer this question, but I just say I think I guess I just give it to Akainu being the better person a little bit. Like, again, they're both evil and they're both terrible, but I just, from the lack of what I have, I'm just gonna say Akainu.
All right. Yeah, that was an interesting one. I did not expect to get that question today, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, that's going to be a good TikTok reel.
Yeah. We got another $10 from MKT. It says, hi, have a great take with Luffy versus Blackbeard. Also, love the stream, guys. Keep it up. I can't tell if he was saying hi or I. So if you do have a take in regards to Luffy versus Blackbeard, please call up. We're going to be doing all calls shortly. So give us that take, or drop it in the YouTube chat if you can't call in.
Thank you.
Yeah. We got another $10 from Project Iceman. It says, Project Iceman. It says, first time donating.
Thank you.
Got an interesting question. If MCs from other anime manga, Asta, Deku, Ichigo, etc., were in One Piece, who do you see obtaining conquerors? Now, again, this is them in One Piece, not necessarily in their own series. So do with that information as you will.
Who are the characters again?
Well, I think he just said main characters from other manga in general. He named Asta from Black Clover, Deku from My Hero Academia, and Ichigo from Bleach.
Let's just use those three.
We can go with those.
Yeah, because we can go on forever.
Ichigo and Deku, I don't see them obtaining conquerors. I don't know who Asta is.
He's from Black Clover.
Never watched it.
Yeah. I'll tell you. I believe everybody would pick Ichigo, but I would say Ichigo, out of all three, have the least amount of chance to have Conqueror's Haki. And the reason I say that is because a lot of what Ichigo, as a character, was what he lacked in comparison to like Naruto and Luffy was that he never really had a goal. It was always a problem for his character. And this is why he had so many instances of weakness during very, very high tension situational moments that required him to surmount himself. And he was always at war with himself. And that's the difference between his character as to why he probably wouldn't have it. Because most of the time, he just needed somebody to protect. And it was never like, yo, I'm going to be the best Soul Reaper or a Shinigami, or it's like, I'm not going to be the best Quincy. Or he was just like, yo, if you hurt my friends, I have to protect them. Yeah. So I don't ever see somebody like that having conquerors to that degree. He just doesn't have a goal. And I think you need to have a goal in order to have conquerors. That's it. Like, your goal has to be somewhat pretty much difficult, because you have to be challenged, right? Like that's the reason why most people, get into those situations and feel like they have to surmount. It's because they find a higher purpose in a tough situation, but also they have a dream to a degree, and he's never had one. Yeah. Now Deku, I know Deku is going to be super controversial, but I do think that Deku would probably have the second highest chance because Deku has like this. Man, like, I don't know if you guys watched the first 3 seasons of My Hero Academia, but, like, just from the jump, the dude didn't have superpowers at all.
Right.
Yeah. He ran into someone, like, to save Bakugo.
Yeah,
right.
He has courage.
He has courage. Yeah. And the thing is, he wants to be the best at right now, and he's trying to surmount the best right now. And that's amazing. And then Asta, I think he would probably be the first one, because Asta is he's like Rock Lee with no powers. And he continues to surmount. He's gotten to situations where, like, he's told his body, move right now. I need to move right now. Like, I need to help, Yami. And he always finds a way to surmount. And plus, he has a rival. And he has a goal. His goal is to become the Wizard King. So it's like, he's definitely going to have it.
Okay. I just want to back up. Like, because the reason why, like, just to piggyback on what you're saying, because a lot of people say, like, well, ambitions and goals, right? We got to think about it, what a conqueror is. Rayleigh kind of said it, right? Explain the art of not doubting.
I was going to bring that up.
Right? So why goals is actually fits that, because you have to, without a doubt, believe that you're the one that's going to achieve this goal, this ambition, that no one's going to be able to stop you. And the reason I counter with where Ichigo and not so much Deku either is going to get it, from what I saw, they're always doubting themselves. They don't, like, even with Ichigo, like I said, the one he doesn't really have a goal and ambition anyway. He just kind of like, what I have to protect. But if you go to him, like I said, he always has a struggle with himself. Can he do this? Can he do that? Or he's not strong enough. He always doubts himself throughout the series. He has the inner struggle with himself that he needs to build confidence. And usually he gets that confidence through a ridiculous amount of training, but he's also like, am I there? He's never like, no, I'm going to conquer this. I'm going to handle it. I'm compared to what Luffy is, if Luffy's going to use Luffy as a prime example, Luffy doesn't have doubt he's going to do it. He just says, I'm going to do it. That's Zoro. I'm going to do it. That's my sentence. As long as I'm alive, I'm doing it. There's no ifs about it. That's their ambition. So going on with Deku, he kind of also believes that he wants to be the great and he wants to be number one, but he also believes that there's others better than him already. Right. Like he believes Bakugo.
Yeah,
Bakugo is better than him. So it's like, or amazing, which is fine, but that shows that like where your ambition, that people could be already achieved that ambition before you or have it already. Where the out of not doubting, where the conquerors is that you're the one that's going to achieve this no matter what, and there's no one's going to stand in your way. There's going to be no one that you're not going to out-conquer in this ambition.
So I don't have much to say on this because I haven't finished any of these series. But I will say Deku already exists in One Piece. His name is Kobe.
That's true.
I do hear good things about Asta. I've just never seen Black Clover. I hear he's the new Gen Luffy, but I don't know if that's even remotely comparable.
He's more Naruto.
More Naruto? Okay.
In my opinion.
And Ichigo, absolutely not. I'm sorry. I know I'm like a registered...
I love Bleach, too.
I'm a registered like Bleach hater, I guess. There's no way in hell Ichigo would have Conqueror Sokka. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I was going to ask, is he talking about, are they born and raised in One Piece, or are they just in One Piece?
They're in One Piece, but they're them. Yeah.
You trying to say their mentality would be different in their One Piece?
I was saying because
don't make it too complicated.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, but now, like pretty much you guys said the same thing. What I was gonna say, Ichigo again, because we're going to what Lauren said, what Rayleigh said. The Rayleigh said like the art of not doubting. Then the Rayleigh said that is power, and that's the whole premise of One Piece. You use your will, you're not doubting your haki to conquer. To achieve your goal, to achieve your ambition. Again, Ichigo, he always doubts himself. He doesn't have he may have haki, whatever, but as a conqueror, like qualities of a king, those are not Ichigo. It's not.
Yeah.
He doesn't have qualities of a king. He doubts his power all the time. So and also with Deku has a higher chance, but especially because I read the manga, so I see how Deku is coming out to be.
He definitely has a higher chance.
Yeah, he does. Seeing stuff because for instance, I don't know if he'll be Conqueror's worthy, but he definitely has he's really driven, and it's kind of, you might think it might be Conqueror. So like you said, has a higher chance, especially a lot more than Ichigo by far. But I can't fully say he's a quality a king. I can't say Deku. I can't say Deku either. Again, all the same. Black Horizon, I never watched the anime, or I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So,
I got ask Merlin. He's into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we thank you so much. That was an
Thank
interesting
you.
one. We got another $5 from Rono. Chris, shout out to Chris. He got blocked out of the Discord. Bro.
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
It says, can't stay for long. See, man, you always going to something. But my question for y'all is this. Absolute justice, lazy justice, cleansing justice, etc. What is Garp's sense of justice? I don't think it's any of those. So I don't know if the question is which is the best of those and what is Garp's? Or do you think Garp is fitting into one of those categories or not? I don't think he's fitting into any of those.
I think it's excuse me if I'm quoting Par, because I think we were talking about this, and I think he had a recent video on it. I'm not too sure, but it might be the justice of love.
Oh, because it's like love.
The
Fist of love.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
one.
can't really explain it. I'll tell you that, but I just think that it makes sense based off of like what he's doing right now with Kobe and trying to save him. Also, what he did with Ace, and wishing that he could just like save him, but he couldn't. So he couldn't go against everything else. Like it's complicated, and I can't really explain it too well. So
I got one. I think love is a good one because also like he's very family oriented too. Another one I would say is righteous justice, because even with the Celestial Dragons, he doesn't think it's like how they do things. He doesn't believe that's right, so that's why he doesn't want to protect them. So Garp shows that he will fight for what is right, and that also you can like link that that's just kind of similar to like loving justice, but you call it love justice or righteous justice because Garp is always going to fight for what is right, like and what he deems is right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah, we got another membership to Nakama status from my guy Tainted Marth. Shout out to Tainted, bro.
Thank you so much.
I know he's
for
from
joining.
He's from Hidden's Discord, so it's dope that he messes with both of us like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
We got another €5 from the broker, my guy. It says, "Hi guys, not sure I'll call today, as so many other great people deserve a turn."
Hey.
Shout out to broker, man. Just to whet your appetite, I'll say that I have a CP0 theory next time.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, if we have time, you should call anyway.
The thing is with him, he's in the UK, so it's harder for him to get
All right,
through.
so hurry up with the super chat.
I'm trying to read it, bro.
We can't take forever on them.
We got another $5 from Jason Wade. It says, "What are some common theories, headcanon, that people believe are will happen, but you guys believe won't happen?"
That Blackbeard would beat Roger right now.
That's not a common theory, bro. That's not a common theory.
It's a theory by somebody.
I think my most one that I get the most heat for is that I don't think Zoro and Mihawk actually happens on panel in the story.
What? That'd be
Okay.
horrible.
Yeah.
Listen, it'll never live up to your expectation.
What about you, Law?
Oh man, I don't common one. I don't feel like I'm involved in the forums enough or anything to hear. I got one that my friend said, but I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna say this. He believes that Mihawk is going to kidnap an admiral.
I've never heard
I've
that.
never heard that.
I was like,
Why
yeah.
does he think that?
Because it goes into like the example that Mihawk was called the Marine Hunter, and how Crocodile kind of supported that by having the bounties about the bounties now for Marines, right?
Cash in on an admiral bounty, bro.
Yo,
to
yeah.
himself.
No, so like pretty much, it's in a way to that because the fact that he used to hunt Marines, that he used to like probably why part of the reason why he probably got the world's greatest swordsman because he was like taking out a bunch of Marines, but he's gonna end up fighting Marine and he's probably not gonna kill it because Mihawk shows that he doesn't really want that heat, like as in the admirals or the Marines coming at him.
Yeah.
So, but he's gonna use it as like in a way to like, yo, leave me alone, right? But he's gonna end up getting into an altercation with an admiral. He's gonna defeat it and kidnap the admiral, like hold him hostage.
I think we just got another viral clip. How about you? Your Odin take?
What? What?
You can say Odin.
I mean, it's not a theory. That's just a fact. What? I mean, is that stupid thing about Crocodile being Luffy's mom thing still going on?
No, people don't believe that, bro.
Yo,
They believe
that is pure
believe
nonsense.
They believe
Pure
it.
nonsense.
Hey man.
All right, next one.
Appreciate the donation. We got another $5 from 𝙏𝙏𝙀𝙪𝙢𝙗. It says, "Hey guys, first time watching and subbing." Hey,
Hey, thank you.
But I'm just tuning in from Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh my gosh.
Love the takes, and I'm here for all of it. But don't gotta take. You don't have to have a take to show love, man.
Listen, bro,
shout
it's
out to
cold over
Anchorage.
there, bro. I understand.
Yo, it's like always night or always day.
Yeah.
Depending on the season.
I wonder
in Alaska.
what it is right now.
Yeah.
They don't get like it's like 6 months of like straight daytime.
Ume, let us know what it is right now in Alaska.
Yeah, I
bro.
need to know.
Did you skip one?
Did I?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, I did. We got another $5 from Declan Black. It says, "Do you think Dragon will make an appearance in this Egghead arc or not? Is it time yet, and why?" I think yes.
Same.
Yeah, I think we gone over this. Yeah, we do. And it's Battle Royale time and Endgame time.
Yeah, bro.
So he has to appear.
Everybody's showing out now.
If not, Fraud Watch is still happening. And Mihawk.
Oh man! All right, but thank you so much. We
Yes,
got another
thank you.
$10 from Anime Allen. It says, "How well do y'all think Oda is handling Luffy and Zoro's relationship? They have plenty of cool and funny moments, but where are the deep moments? They're not on track to become as close as Roger and Rayleigh." Oof! What y'all think about that one?
But the thing is, we don't know they're like obviously Roger and Rayleigh been with each other for a long time, but we don't know the deep moments they had with each other. But and if when we do Zoro and Luffy do, they don't really show it. And the only deep moment Zoro and Luffy would have had it was when he took the thing from Kuma. But Zoro's never gonna tell Luffy that. That's a really deep moment. Like he took Luffy's pain and sacrificed his own dream for his captain and his crew. That would have been like I don't know how we would have felt if Luffy saw that. And we already know how Luffy would have felt. You know, so
yeah. I also believe the Usopp controversy with Zoro and Luffy.
At
actually,
Water 7.
Yeah, Water 7. Actually, Luffy grew respect for Zoro. Understanding the situation, that's something that this dude really is looking out for my best interest and help me like see things straight. But also, I believe we could probably get more of that. I think they'll bond more. I'm still waiting for it to happen when Luffy finally finds out that Zoro's a conqueror just like him. You know, like we're both conquerors on the crew. I feel like they'll be able to bond over that. They'll draw closer from that.
Luffy already knew that. I think,
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Luffy already
he
knows
knew that. He knew
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna say this right now, and I love Roger and Rayleigh's relationship. It's nothing. It's not close to me. It's it's Luffy and Zoro. It's not even close. It's not even close. Oda has subtly put Zoro and Luffy in a situation where I could argue with Lawrence about him being his best friend, even though it's not true. But Zoro puts Luffy's life and his goal and his dreams and the crew's dreams above his own to a point that I've never seen from Rayleigh. And I know that's not fair to Rayleigh, but I've just never seen it. I've seen so much on panel of what Zoro is willing to sacrifice for Luffy and this crew. I don't think it's close. I honestly don't. He was on that rooftop for a reason. I love Sanji. He's my favorite character. I knew damn well he didn't deserve to be on that rooftop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not close to me. It's Zoro and Luffy, and I know they're the main characters, but it's Zoro and Luffy. Like, I love Roger and Rayleigh's relationship. It's Zoro and Luffy. It's not debatable.
I only accept that because we haven't seen their relationship.
It's not debatable.
I can't argue with it.
I got a real quick question. Do you think Zoro cries when Luffy dies?
Yeah.
You think?
I do. And even if he didn't, it wouldn't mean anything to me.
I know, but I'm just saying, because like we saw Rayleigh just off the memory of the loss of his best friend. We saw him tear up just off the memory. Like, and he said, Roger said to him,
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna die, partner."
But you're mistaking love for like a relationship, and those are different. You can love somebody but not have a relationship with them.
I mean, he also teared up too, when he thought of when Luffy was selling sail.
He teared up when Whitebeard died.
He did too. But he also teared up. Remember, Shaki came to him when Luffy was sailing sail for the post time skip. And he said, "You having fond memories." Remember, that's when he found out that Roger wore the hat too. He teared up during that moment too.
Yeah.
When he first met Roger.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah.
So what you think?
So I guess people would argue if he cared that much, he would have saved his
Next
son.
Yeah, I would argue. We got another $20 super chat from Fourth Face. Thank you so much. It says, "Lawrence's Conquerors hockey bloomed after y'all verbally jumped him a couple episodes ago." I don't think that's what happened. Him and Lionel went at it. Me and Larry just kind of poked the bear. It says,
No. We came at Lawrence for something else.
Yeah.
All three of us.
Oh, yeah.
Because he said something ridiculous.
The
I don't
Shanks
know what it
thing.
was.
The Shanks and Kaido thing. That came at me.
Oh, that he 𝙏𝙤𝙪𝙢 Kaido. That was so ridiculous.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
yeah.
That's not what I said.
All right, whatever.
You basically say he got Neji, bro. That's what you said.
That's an inside joke, man.
I didn't say that.
Larry suddenly took shots at me just now. It's all right. Hashtag the twins are real. Appreciate it, Fourth
Thank you,
Phase.
Fourth Phase. Appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
Man. Shout out to Par. I see Par's in the chat.
Yeah,
Hey,
guys,
Par.
we're trying to get to calls, but you guys just keep super chatting, so we can't do anything
This
about
was a
it.
quick one. I think we'll all have the same answer. $2 from Nathaniel Connell. It says, do you think Crocodile should have Conqueror's hockey?
No.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Quick and easy.
We got another 1 month membership to Nakama status from Anime Fanatic. It says Kaido's still top 1. In my opinion, Buggy, Mihawk. Oh, wow. Buggy plus Mihawk 2, Shanks 3. I guess in terms of Yako.
Keep your membership. You're gonna need it. Just saying.
Education is coming.
Yeah, education is here and now.
Are
Happening.
you saying strongest? Like top strongest?
I hope not, bro.
Because it doesn't make sense for Buggy.
Yeah.
It just you have nothing to back up your claim.
You know what would happen? Mihawk would grab Buggy the same way Zoro grabbed Usopp when they fought at Water 7.
This is an interesting one from our guy Red Hair Shankdom. Shout out to Lawrence for remembering who you were. No, I'm kidding. It says, is there a Yonko non-Buggy division that Blackbeard can beat?
No.
I'm gonna go Old Whitebeard.
Even old Whitebeard.
I'm
No.
gonna go Old Whitebeard.
You are out of your mind. You are out of your. You think the current? We've said this before. You think Akainu loses to current Blackbeard right now?
A kind of from
Yeah,
like
at Marine Ford. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You think 2 shots is losing? You think 2 shots is?
Listen,
2 shots is not a positive moniker.
Listen, bro.
I meant to say the other way. You think 2 shots is winning? You think 2 shots is winning?
I say he's losing. Larry say he's winning.
Wait, what?
Larry said Akainu would beat current Blackbeard.
Yes.
Marine Ford Akainu would beat current Blackbeard.
Yes. Listen, bro. Yeah. We're gonna think differently on this one. We already know.
I was gonna do a poll, but we don't got time for all that. All right. We got another $10 from Scrodalo.
Thank you so much, guys, for all the super chats. Just know that it's not our fault that we can't do phone calls. Okay.
It says, yo guys, new to the channel, started One Piece just a couple months ago. And
wow.
currently at Zoe. Just want to say Larry's takes are goated and Blackbeard on Fraud Watch. Love the channel. Soon to be #1 OP pod. One. What are you doing here? You are on Zoe, bro. This is not like. Listen.
Yeah, you know what it is? He's probably been spoiled already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But jeez, bro, you
Well,
wildin'.
welcome to your One Piece journey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thank you for your kind compliments on the show and myself.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Much love.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome.
All right, we got another $6 from NT. It says Kuma is everything to Vegapunk. Kuma pushes a devil fruit into an object. He can push out lineage factors from users. Punk records. Push memory from brain. It's an interesting one.
Yo, it's funny because this reminded me of something. Like, you know how we have that robot thing. I'm mad. I totally forgot about my own thing that I had. But what I'm trying to say is, like, remember that robot that attacked Mary Jo's, right?
Yes.
And that's chilling on Vegapunk on Egghead right now. I'm surprised Vegapunk, because we just got the thing that he was talking about. You could bring out Kuma could push out memories, right? Why hasn't he used that on that robot to push out memories to learn what that was running on the ancient power? Because the machine must have. I know it's a machine, so that may not have memory, but it must have information. So like, if he can extract information, like just like memories from people, you should be able to extract some type of power or memory or something information from that robot. Learning something from the ancient kingdom.
It might only work on organic substance, like if it's non-human, I don't know if he could do that.
My brother, you are borderline One Piece madness. But you're right. Because the poneglyphs hold memories
Yeah.
and voices.
So I'm thinking Kuma should be able to do that with his power. And that's kind of the solve a lot of what Vegapunk is looking for. Like everything about the ancient kingdom, and even the power source. Like
It makes me wonder. You know how the 3-eyed tribe is out there, and they have this hidden power that they can unlock. That's why putting is so important. We know that organoids can be made. I wonder if Vegapunk has ever experimented with the three-eyed tribe and tried to regrow their third eye and implant it.
Probably.
And then
He's probably successfully done it.
yeah, and then if he's able to use Kuma to push out memories from objects, then have somebody read with their awakened power, you know, that might have been a way to find that infinite energy.
Right.
Good one, Lawrence.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about.
Probably gonna go viral too.
We'll see. But thank you so much. We got another €5 from our guy Ghani. Shout out to Ghani, man. Follow Ghani on TikTok. It says, "What's up, family? Just dropping in to celebrate the big 20K. Keep grinding, guys. The growth is immaculate. I can't wait to see what's next." Fire emojis.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ghani.
What's next is gonna be 30.
Yeah, 30
then-
before the end of May.
Yeah, and before the end of the year,
Or
I'm
April.
saying right now, either October or the end of September, we'll be at 100K.
Wow.
Shoot your shot. Right. We got another 5-month membership to Yonko status from our guy Joy Boy Mark. That is our highest tier of membership, so thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Mark.
It says, "Yo guys, my B coming in late. Do you think Dragon has a special inherited will he is trying to accomplish? And who do you think it is if he does? Like, who do you think he's inheriting it from, I believe, is the question." It's interesting.
Oh man, I can't think of anybody except Koza. I'm not saying he's inheriting the will from Koza. I think that I've said this before, that Koza happens to be sort of an experiment from Oda to show us what's to come in the future. The same way like 𝙑𝙱, I think his name was, from the Shiki movie, was meant to show what Caesar was to Kaido. And I think that's what we're gonna see. I don't know what the inherited will come from, but he's an enemy of the gods. He's a D, so I don't know. I just think that's who he resembles the most, would be Koza, but at an extreme level.
I find it interesting because if you think about Dragon's past, we don't know that much about it, but if you go by his age, you know, he kind of saw a lot. Like, he was around the time when Rocks and the Roger pirates fought each other. He was only 18 years old. So with all the information he's seen and heard throughout the years, he was even near or at Roger's execution. I don't know which D inherited. I'm not saying Roger, but for all we know, he could have inherited something from Rocks, because they're both in a way attacking the world government in their own way. Even though the Rocks was considered a terrorist organization, and it kind of seemed like they were going after the Tenryubito, something similar with Dragon. Something similar with Dragon's doing. So I don't know if he inherited Rocks' will in doing a better job or doing it the right way. I don't know, but I just know that Dragon and Rocks were alive at some point together.
Yeah.
I don't have any great answers. There's a couple important things that Dragon has been to after the fact. He was at Roger's execution. Like Lionel just said, he was alive during Rox's time. He showed up on Ohara after it happened. Yeah. That seems to be his biggest motivation, but because he started the Revolutionary Army after the Ohara incident. So I think the easiest answer, based off what we know about him so far, is Clover, as far as the inherited will. Finding the truth about the world and then overturning the world that killed Clover.
Or he was looking for his secret love child.
hey, man. It's a
because,
lot.
Listen, man, he was looking for Robin.
Listen.
Robin came through to the Revs. Yo, Olivia, where'd she go? She was out here revolting. You know what I'm saying?
Revolutionizing.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, why did he go to Ohara? Well, I was looking for my secret child, yo.
Hey, man.
And guess what? Olivia here is white. What's Robin's?
Black.
Hey, man. What Luffy hair color?
Black.
You trying to say Robin is Luffy's mom?
No.
What?
What?
Yeah, what? Why don't we paying attention, bro?
Yeah, he don't be paying attention, bro. He don't pay attention. It's a sister.
It's sisters.
Yeah.
Brother and sister. That's
He said Luffy's mom, right?
No, just real quick. I was going to say, what if he got it? Because you're talking about where Roger inherited the will from, or who's going to inherit Roger's will? I mean, Dragon's will.
Where did Dragon inherit his will from?
Honestly, it could be his wife. And his wife's dead.
We know women don't matter to Oda, bro.
Damn. Wow. I mean,
They have no effect on this. He does not let them shine.
Jeez, bro.
he could.
I'm
now.
being real with you.
Shout out to Ace's mom.
Name one. Man.
Shout out to Ace's mom.
Shout out to Yamato's mom.
No comment. We did get another $2 from Strahd. It just says, yeah. I don't know what that's in reference to. We got another $5 from Jason Wade. It says, do you guys think they're Conqueror's hockey users who either have or had it, but just never awakened it at all? I am a firm believer that, yes, you can have it and it could lie dormant in you forever. If you've never gotten it triggered.
100%.
I think the twins were, I don't know if it was both of y'all or just Lawrence that just vehemently disagreed with us last time we brought this up on stream.
Wait.
I think it was me, Par, Mosh, they were all like, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it you who was like, nah, you gotta be born with it? I don't remember.
Well, I think you have to be born with it too.
Same. I think you gotta be born with it, and I kind of feel if you're a conqueror, it's going to awaken with you if you go through trials or not. Because I use Odin as an example, where there's no one stronger than him on Wano. Yeah, you can call it he was just a freak of nature, but what conferences did he go through that he was just booming with hockey? You know, I think, yes, it doesn't matter. Some people have to have that circumstance, but there's some people who just naturally have a talent for it, like Odin, where it's just going to awaken in you no matter what. Because Odin was just kind of just beating up people on Wano. Like, he was just the strongest, you know? Yeah, his hockey was just there. Like, he's able to wield Emma as a feather. He was able to, everything that was his jutsu. Everyone Odin was known for it, but yet no one was able to stand up for him. So, stand up to him. So I believe that it's gonna come out you regardless if you have it. That's my take.
All right.
Yeah, we got another membership to Nakama from Mommy Fema. Thank you so much. Enjoy the emojis that come with that.
Thank you for becoming a member.
We got a 5-month membership to Yonko status, which again is our highest tier of membership.
Yes, thank you, Ryunosuke.
It is from Ryunosuke. It says, yo, what's up, guys? Was my birthday yesterday. Can I get a you're 20 from Larry? Also, if Vasco shot and Jinbei fight, would you like to see Fishman Karate / Jiu-Jitsu versus Drunken Fist?
I'm only doing this, I'm telling you right now, because you conquered your fear of public speaking. And I love when people conquer things that are difficult for them. So, you're 20? And that's it.
And I would love to see Drunken Fist versus Jinbei's Fishman Karate Jiu-Jitsu. I would love to see that.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's dope when they start adding more of the martial arts in the One Piece world and start showing and casing that like against each other. You know, we got a little bit of that Dressrosa, but I feel like they could expand that a little more.
Because not everything's hockey, Sebastian.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, right.
Last super chat from Strahd, $2 says, maybe you're born with it, maybe it's Maybelline. Oh, one last one, $10 from Gabe. It says, #Buggy Gang, #Buggy for Pirate King. I think we're good on super chats.
Yeah, we're good on super chats now.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Anyway, Marv, let's get to the phone calls. You can throw that phone number up. Thank you guys for the $2. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Says, yes, sir.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Anime fanatic Oda needs to kill off a straw hat. It's too sweet.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Hey, it's Strahd.
Hey, Strahd. What's up, man?
Oh, nothing. I just couldn't let Nick get it in first, that's all.
Pause. What's up, man? What's your question?
Okay, I'll be quick. Since today is such a good day, a lot of people are out there seeing the truth, and I just want everyone to know that Brother Shin has come around to the light, if you know, you know. And it relates to my question. So previously we had a top 30, and we kind of rounded that out, and everyone kind of had ratings for this pirate named Kid. Blur had an 85. Lionel had an 87, Law had an 86, and Sebastian had an 89, and we settled at an 87. Has your rating changed at all? For anyone?
I'm going to go no. No for me. I'm going to stand 10 toes on the 89. Shanks just him.
Where did I have it, Strahd?
You had, Laura had an 85.
85. I think I stay at 85. I think I hit it right on the nail. I think that no matter how you look at the kid situation, at the end of the day, he just didn't have what it was needed to defeat a Yonko. And a lot of people use the defeat term with Big Mom as an scapegoat to escape the fact that he didn't have what was needed to defeat a Yonko by himself, let alone just be able to compete and fight with her by himself and actually beat her by himself. And the fact is, she didn't show extreme future sight, right? She didn't show any of that. She was just extremely adorable and extremely like, she had like a variety of like ways to take somebody down with her devil fruit plus everything else that she had. Would Kid have ever beaten Big Mom? Absolutely not. He wouldn't even gotten close. It would have been super mid-diff just because Law's no longer there. And even with Law's help and all that they were able to accomplish, they still had to wring her out in order to beat her. She gets back up. She dominates both of them. And she goes back upstairs to fight with Kaido. And a lot of people don't like that take. But again, a lot of people think certain things and they're not too knowledgeable at it. So
Strong take. I like it.
Wait, what did I have, Kid?
what
You
was
had
it?
him at 86. Law had him at 86 and Lionel had him at 87.
Oh, you had him at 87.
I'll put y'all both down as 87, technically.
Yeah, Lionel
Y'all
kind of
twins.
wanted to put him in a different rating, but they were kind of
'cause
put
I-
those numbers to average it at 87.
Because I'm pretty sure I would not put Kid at 87. I'm gonna
Well,
have
that's
it back
just the
to.
last one.
I'd probably have the same with Larry, 85 at least.
Yeah.
Right now, 85 is winning the poll. Second is Other, which I put as lower than 85. That's number 2 right now on the poll.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna go the 85 lower. If Kid actually is dead though, it's
He's
lower.
dead. It's dropping.
It's
It's dropping.
hard.
I'm going like.
No,
I'm going, yo, listen.
no.
Yo,
Listen. You can't
I'm
say that.
dropping,
You
bro.
can't say that. You can't say that. Listen, at the end of the day, like I've said before, Kid could beat 99% of the people in the show. It really just depends on the top 1% of those people, and the top 1% of those people just carry these extreme uses of hockey. You're not going to go far with a devil fruit. Not at all. You're just never going to get there. Now, with Kid, his devil fruit happens to be one of the best in the show. Does he use it recklessly? Yeah, but he's also super creative. Like the dude can perform. He just doesn't perform to the levels that we've seen from other anime characters that have had his power. It's like it doesn't matter if he's knocked out. It doesn't matter if his pirate career is over. It doesn't matter if he's passed away, right? At the end of the day, what he was able to do at the point in the story of One Piece was extraordinary. But it wasn't rare enough to the point he can topple the 1% of the world. And that's who he faced. He faced that top person.
Yo, Larry turned into
Zoro
me, bro.
Yonko.
I love it.
No, it's not. I'm not.
When
but
you rip Kid so bad, Larry starts caving for him.
No, but I'm not caving for it. I'm just literally saying what I've always been saying. Kid has everything except hockey, and you're not gonna conquer the world. You're not gonna bring it to its knee without that. He's always going to be an 85 or an 87, and that's just it. Even if he passed away against Shanks, that's it, bro.
I gotta see him do better with his ability though. Like to
Yo,
me,
but
it was too simple.
Yo,
too
it
simplistic.
was too simple, but I brought that up already, right?
Yeah.
Like he just didn't do enough compared to what other people with his ability has done. Yeah. So it's like he's always gonna be great, bro. It's just that he's not gonna be top 1.
I guess the main thing is because we never seen it fully. Him like legit fight someone one-on-one in the pocket. So I don't know how good his fighting ability truly is. You know, he's always been assistants or like that. I never saw him like just like how Luffy just scrap. I've never seen Kid truly scrap one-on-one with somebody.
Yo,
Yeah.
Stroud, what you typing, bro? Yeah, I heard
You
that.
can read the chat.
Yo, but again, it's like people don't understand. Like I don't hate him, I don't like him, and I've always said that Oda has done him more wrong than he's done himself, and that's at the end of the day what Kid is as a person. Like he's that. It's like the community overhypes him too much to the degree that they think that he would have been able to take on Shanks. Well, it's like he wasn't able to take on Big Mom. What are we talking about, bro? Like, is he mid? I say that to piss people off, but he's not necessarily mid. He would struggle against the first commander still.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and
But that's where I rank
That's fair.
and that's
the
the
first
di-
commander.
But that's the
89s or so.
Yo, but he wouldn't beat the first commander in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Like, I can't see him beating King.
Yeah.
Or Ben
He can't-
Beckham or Marco.
Yeah,
like,
he can't beat any of those guys, bro. I'm sorry.
Kid versus Marco. You got.
I got
I
Marco.
don't count Ben Beckham as the first commander though.
That's true.
I count
get
him
it.
more as a right hand man.
I mean, it kind of the same thing, bro, to a degree.
Nah, because Rayleigh is a right hand man. He's not a first commander.
I get you, but it's sort of the same thing. Yeah, you're making it complicated. But what about you, Strahd, before we let you go?
Yeah, I mean, like I've always kind of said that kid should be the Magneto. You know, he should be able to. I know people say that's crazy, but he should be able to take the iron out of people's bloodstreams and turn that into, even if it's a small microscopic, little metallic balls, literally like the movie. He should be able to do something like that. It would give him flight. You could go as far as blood bending, but that's a little too extreme. I think Sebastian would probably not like that. But that's where I expect Kid. But what we've seen, I'd probably say 85, 86, still undecided.
Listen, I tell you this. I'll be for real with you. If Kid ever learned to utilize Conqueror's coding and his Conqueror's hockey, and he was able to use observation and attached armament to most of the objects he fights with, the dude automatically shoots past a first commander. Immediately. Like, it's immediate. He would be able to contend. But would he still have the same result with Shanks? Yes. He would still lose to Kaido. He would still lose to Big Mom. It's just that now he has to go even further beyond that. And that's the difference between Yonkos and First Commanders. Is like, once you hit that brink of Yonko level, well, previous gen, because people like to take Yonko level out of consideration now. It's a joke. It's like, now you have to go even further, which is where that's where you start getting into that level of 0.5% of the world. And it's like, there's a very large distance, even though it's a short amount of range between each character. It's like, it's harder to reach those levels. And he just didn't have it.
Yeah.
So 85 for me, bro.
Strahd, appreciate you calling.
Yes,
man.
thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
I know people are going to be pissed at that.
Yeah, no. Figure I'd, get in there first and waste a little bit more time.
Thank you, Stoddy.
Yeah, I'll call in first next week, too. I'll see y'all then.
All right. See you later, man. Peace.
Bye.
We got a bunch of soups waiting. What you want to do?
Gotta give us a second, man. We'll hit it after the sponsorship, Marv. Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Let's go, JT.
Oh my God. Just hang up, bro.
Hey, Larry, bro, you try, bro. Just send hate my way, man.
What's up, JT? How are you, man? I'm glad to hear from you.
Sorry, what you say?
I said I'm glad to hear from you, man.
Good to see you too, man. Hey, you know why I'm here, man. Shout out to Lawrence. Top seat goat, man.
Hey, thank you,
After
JT.
week spitting, man, I swear.
Appreciate you, JT. Much love, much love.
So my question, this might be a shock, but me and the last caller, Strahd, my boy Strahd, were in VC for a few hours last night debating, and I'm gonna ask you the same question that I was debating Strahd. Who do you think is stronger, Ryuma or Mihawk?
I already know Lawrence's answer, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know Lawrence's answer too. Lawrence, just say yours then.
Okay. While I do believe Mihawk is like one of the strongest people in the show, I believe that Ryuma was stronger. We haven't seen much for Ryuma to fully base it off, but like, as in, because going back, if you read the chapter Wanted, right? He in the beginning, not the beginning of his journey, but before he reached the title of the founder of Wano and God of the Blade, he was known as King, right? Looking for himself. That title of King, I kind of symbolize the same as being the world's strongest swordsman. So at that time, when he was looking for himself, there was no one really could beat him. He was out here slaying dragons, beating other credible swordsmen that it was even second to him, right? But it was like no contest to him. So I believe at that time he was already the world's strongest swordsman, right? And then at the end of it where he founded Wano and then forged his blade black, doing all that stuff. By the time he died, he became with something higher, or towards like, you know, how they viewed him as like God of the Blade. So that's why I believe he's stronger than Mihawk. Mihawk could still get there, but I believe at the time he reached a title that, because even too, they said in Wano, and I think it was also looked over a lot. They even put, for example, they talked about Joy Boy, right? And they said, yeah, Joy Boy. Ryuma was second to Joy Boy. Like they put Ryuma that high on Wano, right? As if they knew of Joy Boy already, and then like the only person that was like that's able to rival Joy Boy or able to rival Ryuma. I forgot which way they worded. I gotta find it again. But they said they linked Joy Boy and Ryuma close to that level, you know. So that's why with stuff like that, Oda put that in there. To me, believes that I give Ryuma the edge over Mihawk.
Yeah. Seb?
So I've actually gone back and forth on this for a while, because to me, I've actually read Monster.
Yeah.
And I wasn't overly impressed by anything I saw from Ryuma in that manga. Like nothing he did was anything I don't think Mihawk could have easily have done. But then you get more lore about Ryuma and what he's like in the actual canon story for real. So they call him the Sword God. He's like the guy from Wano. He's Zoro's ancestor. And it's like, I guess before I got confirmation that he was Zoro's ancestor, I probably still wanted to lean Mihawk, because he is Zoro's end goal. But there's nothing saying that once Zoro reaches his goal, he won't reach even higher heights, right? So say Zoro does reach his goal and defeats Mihawk within the story before he's aged up or epilogues or whatever. There's nothing to say that Ryuma wasn't some 65-year-old Hawks swordsman that's at the level that Zoro will eventually reach, while he beats Mihawk well before he reaches that pinnacle of his strength. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go with Ryuma, although I have been it's Mihawk guy since forever. So sorry, JT, I know that's your guy.
Yeah, Lionel.
I mean, going to that, Ryuma died when he was 47. So he reached his max strength when he was 47. Then he died from whatever reason. It kind of, because now that we confirmed that Ryuma, which we call kind of new, Ryuma and Zoro are ancestors by blood. But if you look at monsters and you look how Zoro's ambition, besides them looking alike, they actually have the same ambition. In a way, how they even word it. How if you look at pretty much, Ryuma mentions a warrior soul. Mm-hmm. And you see Zoro display that warrior soul when he fights Mihawk. And Mihawk was so impressed by Zoro's warrior soul or his haki because of his ambition to become the world's greatest swordsman. And like, look at what Lauren said, that Zoro said that even his reach the heavens. Like he wants his name to reach the heavens, while Ryuma actually entitled got that in a way, that he became the God Blade. So you think that if you link those two things, and while Zoro's gonna surpass Mihawk because for a tone with the story, that you might conclude again, and off me reading, again, we don't know if Ryuma has King disposition, but me just reading off, and that goes with the whole characters with Ichigo and all these people, just reading off Ryuma's personality, I just, this person has to have conquerors. He has to. Like, I'd be shocked if he didn't. Because, again, he resembles Zoro so much. Again, Zoro is a conqueror. So, to me, I think, like, off that, and especially hearing what Ryuma did, and again, and he's also confirmed, because I'm not knocking Mihawk or whatever, but Ryuma is confirmed to blacken his blade. Like, he did that himself. Well, we just assume that Mihawk did it. So that's something I give Ryuma the title because of these things. The same ambition as Zoro, hacking his blade, pretty much seeing that. I think they even said he's undefeated, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he never lost a fight. So, like, that goes into good. I don't know if Mihawk ever lost a fight either, but we don't even know if Ryuma had even draws. Like, Mihawk has a draw with Shanks. Granted, Shanks is a beast, but he actually has a draw. We never said that Ryuma has a draw.
Yeah, that's he's undefeated.
So, like, going off that, I would say most likely Ryuma.
For me, same thing as Lionel said, bro. We don't know if Mihawk blackened that blade. We just know he got it. A lot of people insinuate, headcanon-wise, that he blackened it.
He definitely did, though.
I don't know that. I know Ryuma did. Yeah. And did Ryuma ever just start chilling?
Don't seem like it.
Keep it a buck.
Don't
Did
seem like it.
Ryuma ever just go, you know what, yo? I don't feel like being bothered? He was like, yo, where's that strongest swordsman at? To me, come on, dog. Yeah, I already know it's Ryuma, dog. Don't cap. But what's your opinion, JT?
I think maybe only Seb knows, but you already know where I'm about to go with this. And I got Mihawk. Mihawk is him, bro. Like, when I look at Ryuma, the main argument that I was using against Strahd is that, you know, sword gods, legends like that. Like, that's impressive, okay? That's impressive. You know, some people are inconsistent. Do we want to care about titles? Do we not want to care about titles? You know, this, that, and the other. But, man, I feel like Ryuma was at a time where hockey proficiency might have been, you know, less prominent. I feel like these new generations just keep on getting stronger and stronger. And, yeah, he was a legend, but I am so confident that these dragons that Ryuma was cutting down, Mihawk could have easily cut down just as well. Because these dragons were probably dragons that were just, you know, basic Wano dragons. They weren't like a Kaido level durability dragon that we've seen Zoro have the capabilities to cut. And, you know, everything that Zoro can do, Mihawk can do better. So, you know, I got Mihawk. It's an unpopular opinion, but still, I got a cape for my boy, top one.
Yo, JT, real quick, how does it feel to have your GOAT Lawrence disagree with you so vehemently? Which I told you was gonna. I literally told him this was gonna happen.
Listen, man. Lawrence is spitting, man. As long as he's spitting. Ever since that Akainu tape about him not having future sight of Marineford, I got respect. Okay?
That was his worst take.
Future sight.
Oh my god.
My name, come on, respect.
That's Lawrence's worst take,
bro.
bro. It's his worst take by far.
No, you know what? I'll let other people get the calls. But at Marineford.
Yeah.
Lawrence is spitting.
All right. Well, thank you, JT. I appreciate you, bro.
Later, bros.
Later. Mark, we're going to do sponsor. So hold off on... Guys, we're going to do sponsor, and then we're going to go back into calls after Super Chats. My bad. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you been struggling lately? Maybe you're having trouble sleeping, difficulty with a relationship, or just struggling from low self-esteem. Listen, I've been there. We've been there. If so, then today's BetterHelp wants to help you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private, online environment at your own convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire, simple as that, to help assess your specific needs. And then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule a secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is completely confidential. I happened to sign up at one point regarding my confidence issues. Next thing you know, my confidence issues are not issues anymore. I'm doing pretty well in that area. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Special offer goes out to all that One Piece Talk listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TOPT. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TOPT. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. We back. All right, let's get to the Super Chats, and we're going to take calls again, guys. Guys, we're going to hold Super Chats to a minimum with talking about them, just so we can take more calls.
All right, yeah. We got a $20 Super Chat from LJ916. It says, don't know if this is already a popular consensus going around, but I believe Garp is going to fight Blackbeard and his crew is Oda's way of showing us how it is that they can handle someone who doesn't have, read next chat, so got another Super Chat from him, Devil Fruit powers, instead using hockey. And to make sure people don't say it was someone with basic hockey, he's using Garp to show how even people with some of the strongest hockey can be beat by them too.
I think it would be bad writing. That's really it. Also, thank you for the 30.
Yeah.
I think it'd be bad writing. That's really it. It's been shown too many times that hockey, of Garp's case, is the end-all be-all.
Yeah, I'll keep this short. I think what Oda's doing with the Garp Blackbeard situation is like fourfold. But like we have Rock's lore that we can dump. We have the fact that Garp is an old generation person that needs to be removed from the storyline, essentially. And we need more beef between Luffy and Blackbeard and sword lore. So you get all that with that one scenario. So. We got another $5, but thank you so much. We got another $5 from Juice WRLD's Alive. It says, dragons inheriting some D.
Hey, yo.
I wasn't expecting that.
What?
I wasn't expecting that.
Huh?
We got another from LJ916, $5.
thank you.
It says, giving us a window into how Shanks can possibly be beaten in a battle and finally making a death battle more possible. I guess that was the extension of the other super chats.
Okay, no, I just thought of something now.
We got another $5 from Gabe. It says, y'all think Sai would be able to pour hockey into Baby 5 and she had hockey, would it stack? That's a wild.
Is that a TVMA comment?
I don't know if that I could.
That
I should have
doesn't
read
sound
that.
PG-13. Also, I don't know if you could pour hockey into someone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I feel like you can, and I know that's not PG, whatever. But like, Ace, like if people are getting hockey, being born with it the way that y'all think, like they're coming from other conquerors. Pause.
Well,
did you get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to say it that way, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
to me, I think that goes into what you inherit. You inherited genes. You inherited.
but how are you inheriting it, Lauren?
And you inherit their will. So and also personality, like
Yeah.
that strong spirit.
All right. We got another 10 from James Hudson. It says, we've seen Luffy liberate countries, but he also liberates people. Like Nami from Arlong. What struggle do you think he freed Jinbei from? And what do you think Jinbei's dream is? Hashtag TOPT is the GOAT.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Wait, say it again.
Jinbei's dream is just what Odahime's dream is. In combination with Fisher Tigers.
Wait, do you mean?
And I would say he liberated him from the burden of having to protect Fishman Island himself. And having to like link up with other Yonkos and stuff. I think that's the burden that he freed him from.
Wait, isn't his dream is to have Fishman and humans call Sai and live together or something like that?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's to basically just simply put the freedom of all fishermen to live
Okay.
anywhere and how they want.
Yeah. But thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was we got another 5 from Fish. It says, Garp is going to beat Blackbeard just how he beat Rocks back in the day, when Rocks also had the dark fruit. Also, Ryuma is greater than Mihawk. Emu is greater than Shanks, and the rest of the verse.
You had me completely lost. First half, second quarter, you said something, I agree with, and then
we got another 2 for Strada. Says, I appreciate someone else saying Zoro will still solo.
Yeah. All right, Marv, hit those phone calls, please. I'll never understand why people say that about emo, bro. Like, we literally saw what Shanks just did, and they're like, nah, but emo got that. Like, what? Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Oh, MKT.
Hey,
So,
what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
I come with a spicy take, but first I want to address that Garp hater that I saw on TikTok a while back.
Go on,
Galaxy
bro.
Impact was his strongest attack. That guy, I don't know if he's like a Blackbeard, Glazer, or whatever the case is, but in my opinion, you put Garp in front of Blackbeard right now, Blackbeard's getting clapped. Same way he got clapped by old Whitebeard in Marineford, Blackbeard's just getting done dirty in my opinion. But I do have a theory on how Luffy and Blackbeard would go. I think if Blackbeard somehow awakens his devil fruit, the Yami Yami no Mi, and they get into a 1v1, I think that it will totally kill Luffy's devil fruit, and it'll just be a hands battle, in my opinion, if that kind of makes sense. I think it'll just come down to will, and that's just how I see it from my perspective, because during Marineford, when Blackbeard and Whitebeard was going at it, obviously the devil fruit power just got negated, so I think that it's going to put Luffy in a real bad and dark place that he's just going to have to pull himself out of mentally. And I don't know how strong that theory is, like what I'm saying right now, but I hope you guys get the gist of it.
I do. So if you think it comes down to the hands, who do you think has the better hands?
I mean, Luffy went through a lot more trials and tribulations than Blackbeard, and that's obvious, right? I do think that it'll be like the most extreme diff fight we'll ever see, like ever. And I do think that obviously for the narrative perspective, I think that, I do think Luffy's going to win, but how? I think it's probably just going to be like one of the greatest fights I think we'll ever see in anime, because everything that Luffy relied on, his double fruit and obviously his haki, will just get stripped down from him. And I think that Oda will try to go back to the basics and just make it like a, just a pure strength fight and it's just a pure skill type of thing. And I think that'll be like insane to see, in my opinion.
So you're saying that the Yami takes away his haki too?
Not his haki necessarily,
okay. Okay, so if he doesn't take away his haki, right? Does Blackbeard have Conqueror's coding?
In this scenario, does he still have the Gura?
It don't matter.
Like, no, it matters.
Does he have?
If Luffy's just hands and he has the Gura, it matters.
Does Blackbeard have Conqueror's coding?
Yeah, I think so. He does.
Is it confirmed?
I don't know.
All right. Does he have advanced future sight?
No.
Does he have Rio?
No.
Does Luffy have all? Hold on. Does Luffy have all of them?
But like what I'm trying to get at is this whole thing of like where Joy Boy got awakened and everything from Luffy's double fruit. I think that is just everything that he kind of built up until this point will just get torn away from him in some case. I don't know if it'll never necessarily be at that time, but I think that Blackbeard's awakening is going to be probably the most broken thing like known to man. I think it's going to be even more broken than Luffy's, but
all right,
but I don't know exactly how he'll do it, but that's just something that I thought of, like watching Blackbeard's fights and him off screening people left and right, because I think that's just what it comes down to. I think he just strips people of their double fruits, and it'll kind of just be a natural type of fight. But I don't know.
I get all that, but like, does Luffy have all three of those hakis?
He should, but like that's where the theory kind of crumbles. But it's also like a cool thing to think about, because this whole thing right now is centered around him being like Joy Boy and having the most ridiculous power known to man and everything. So, I would love to see it get stripped away from him, and he'll just have to fight through just based off his pure sheer will. And who knows, Blackbeard might awaken a lot of strong advanced haki, in the story to come. We never know, but I think it'll just come down to my opinion. I think anything's possible, and I do think that Blackbeard does need some on-screen W's in my opinion, because right now, in my opinion, I think he's on Fog Watch. Because
what is yo, bro? What is wrong with you, bro? You went from over here to over there, and now you're back.
Because I just thought about it. I don't know. I just thought about it and how that fight would go, and it's just like, there's a lot of things that would get into it. But I think it would just come down to haki, in my opinion. I think devil fruits will just go away, and I think it'll just be a pure like.
Yo, but I just asked you that haki question, and you told me that Blackbeard might have something, but it's not confirmed. And I asked you if Luffy had it, and you didn't answer it, and you know that Luffy has all three.
I didn't hear that. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm in a game right now, but yeah.
So it's basically like.
I didn't.
And then you said it would be an extremely difficult fight if it's just hands, when we know for sure like who has the better hands. And that was the whole premise of what I was asking those questions.
But that's why I asked my question. Man.
Even if he has Goro, bro, it's not gonna matter, bro. We seen what happened with Akainu. Like, Luffy's hands are serious. Like, he doesn't have to touch Blackbeard at all. Like, even if Blackbeard, like, this is what I keep telling people, even if he vortexes him and brings him in, Luffy can just use Conqueror's coding and just punch him in the face without being touched.
Yeah.
So how does he even beat Luffy without being easy diffed at that point?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good point, honestly. Yeah.
I get why people say that's a wild statement, because they believe Blackbeard is at a certain level, which he hasn't been shown to be. But like, real talk, like if the only way you could take away my devil fruit power is by you vortexing me in, well, guess what? I have future sight, so I'm gonna see you vortex me in. I'm gonna see that you're going to take away my devil fruit. Okay, what do I do in that instance? Well, I just punch you in the face with Conqueror's coding.
Yeah, and if even at that, like we all know what triumphs observation or future sight, speed, Blackbeard showed a lack of speed, so.
And also that he doesn't have advanced future sight from what we've seen, or it's not confirmed. So how is he just going to outmaneuver Luffy to any degree? He's just going to get dominated. And guess what happens? Even with people that don't have these advanced hockeys, he gets landed on either way. So it's like, who has the better hands? Luffy. Who wins? Luffy. It doesn't matter how many devil fruits you get, bro. You could be one for all.
Go ahead, Lawrence. I know you feeling very different about this.
No. Honestly, I kind of have I just thought of it, and it's going to sound like a wild take, and it probably is, but I just thought about it. You know how Luffy, he enters, like, Gear 5th is the awakened god mode of his fruit, right? And his Joy Boy or Sun God, I don't know if it's the same thing, but we know Luffy is Joy Boy, so I don't know if it is, but either way, he's the Sun God, right? And we saw that the Sun God mode is able to access Luffy's conquerors for him. So in a sense, he's able to access Luffy's will. He's able to access Luffy's haki, right? Way because of that, what if, I just thought about it, Blackbeard wouldn't be able to take Luffy's
devil fruit away?
That when he's in that mode. Because it's accessing his will, so his will will be able to fight against it, you know? I just thought about right now, like, what if in that mode only, like, for Luffy, Blackbeard's, I'm not saying Blackbeard's ability is not going to work on him, but I'm saying is he would not lose his, because then he's like, what's the point, as in you're the Joe Boy or the Nika state, and it all gets taken away from you, unless that's your one counter. But I thought of, since you're in that mode, and since it's able to access Luffy's conquerors, you know? What if he can't lose it, like when Blackbeard just takes it out of it? Like, what if Blackbeard tries and Luffy just smiles? Because also, too, Luffy's in that mode, he's able to kind of like do almost anything he can imagine. You know, create stuff out of, like, you know, nothing. And we see him, he turn freaking Kaido into a rubber jump rope. So what if he's able to, like, not lose his... I don't know if that takes away from the anime, like, all right, Luffy's
put
two
it this
arcs,
way,
but
Lawrence, he can just create something from his mind and put it on his hands.
Yeah.
And be like, yo, you can no longer, like, nullify my ability. He thought up glasses and turned it real.
But are those glasses still not devil fruit power?
Yo, but
like, I don't know that wouldn't be negated. Part of me agrees with what Lawrence was saying. I don't know if that would.
But like, this is no different from people speculating what Blackbeard can do.
That's true. That's true.
Like, why wouldn't I be able to do the same thing with Luffy?
Yeah.
Listen, either way, I just need Luffy to lose the devil fruit because I don't want no smiling when he's fighting Blackbeard. I need it to be beef. Regardless.
You don't realize Joy Boy, that's
regardless.
In that mode?
Listen, he can be that way with everybody else. With Blackbeard, I want smoke. I want demon time Luffy. I want a return of Luffy, Lucci, and Luffy versus Crocodile, and that's what I want.
Yeah. I just want to clarify one thing because I think I just saw a ship chat. What I mean is, like, yeah, Luffy, in Gear 4, he uses haki. But what I saw in the Gear 5th, he was activating his conquerors, and that wasn't Luffy. Because Luffy didn't know what was going on. And we saw, like, when he was fighting Kaido, he kept having, like, conquerors haki bursts.
Yeah.
So the fruit was activating it for Luffy, not Luffy willingly doing it himself. That's what I mean.
Yeah. But listen, man, thank you for the call. We appreciate you.
Yeah, man, keep up the great work. I love the show. This is like a stupid theory, but you know the hockey thing kind of negates everything that I just said, so I kind of sound stupid right now. But
nah,
you
don't.
It's a fun thought, you know. I just hope that Blackbeard gets some more on-screen W's, in my opinion, and if the leaks are right.
All right, yo. Listen.
I won't do that.
Listen,
but
I will bend you, bro. Yeah, just hang up on him, Marv.
Go with y'all, bro.
Bro, I don't understand the reason why people would just mention leaks, bro. If you mention leaks, you are going to get banned. That's it. Like, get off our show, bro. Hey, what's going on? This is live from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Yo, what's good? It's Nick.
What's up, Nick?
Quavo.
Finally got through. Everyone was stealing my shine.
Yeah, it seems like it. Strahd had beef with you, bro.
It's kind of... I still don't have a good question. I've been sitting here this whole time. I don't have a question, so I kind of been sitting on this one for a minute since the chapter dropped. But what characters in the series do y'all think can tank that combined attack from Dorian Bragi? Not block like Zoro with his swords, just straight up eat it, if any.
eat it and take no damage whatsoever?
Nah, just stay standing.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You said what
Stay in
character?
the fight.
Like they don't defend themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just have to.
They get hit with it and they're not done.
Well, Kaido's definitely one of them.
Yeah, Kaido's
Any of
definitely
the-
one.
Big Mom, Prime Whitebeard.
Big Mom will definitely be one.
I even think Old Whitebeard would be good.
I would like to say Roger.
You know, Rox is taking that.
The thing is, I think even if you're not a freak of nature, you're gonna take the shot and not be done. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Shanks probably could take that attack and be good.
Yeah. Like, and I think Odin too, Rayleigh. Like,
I'm gonna go Luffy.
Son Goku. Honestly, like, cause how strong that attack was, it wasn't
And
Kaido
Zoro,
and Big Mom doing it. Like, if you said Kaido and Big Mom doing it, that's a different
It's Dory
story.
and Brody, bro.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, as dope as it was a ship. Like, I don't know who made the Victoria Punk, but I'm sure it wasn't a Water 7 shipwright.
That actually leads into kind of a part 2 to that question. Do y'all think the Thousand Sunny is taking that?
For sure.
The Thousand Sunny?
Yup.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
With the Adamwood?
Yes. You got Adamwood, bro.
That's like maybe with that.
So what?
Look at it. We see
The disrespect.
Hold on. Have we seen the ship take damage before? Because
Yes.
if
We saw
have,
Big
then-
Mom ripping it. That's Big Mom. That's Big Mom. Hold on. Didn't they drop multiple bombs on Wano, and it just the mast was busted?
Yeah.
Like,
and it
they,
fell
like,
from that feet. Remember
yeah.
that feet that they all got tripped
Bro.
off from Wano and it stayed standing?
I would just like duplicate or clone a bunch of like ass hawks and just put it around the ship.
like cool.
Oh, I can't do that. That sounded mad racist.
I would say like as bears, they have the they have the repel. The repel. This dude
Please,
said.
nobody clip that. I'm gonna get canceled. They're gonna be like, they're kids and they're black.
Come on, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah, Nick, do you see what you did, bro?
My fault.
It's Cleo's fault.
I think Kid would be able to take it. I mean, King.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
King,
Somebody
King,
hit that.
Zoro, Luffy.
Yo, low key.
Yo, Kid, take it. Yo.
He's not.
Sanji. I think he'll take that too.
Nah, Sanji gonna explode. What? He gonna explode. He not taking that, bro.
I think they good, bro.
Yeah. What about you, Nick? Who do you think?
I like all the names y'all mentioned. I don't know about some of the normal humans though, because like we've mentioned, Shanks, Roger, Rayleigh, they're not gonna take damage like Kaido and Big Mom. They're gonna rely on their speed. So, but I know they're top of the verse, so they'd be expected to have some durability. But I feel like it would definitely impact them a lot more than Kaido or Big Mom. I feel like they would just eat it and keep it pushing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But
To me, this makes you think of like, remember the King's Punch? When he said he was rumored to supposedly drop a
Yonko's
Yonko?
not really dropping.
And then when we
from
saw
that,
it, we were like,
Nah, it looked crazy. Nah, it looked crazy.
No, it looked strong.
Did you see it in the anime, yo? It looks
Nah.
crazy in the anime, bro.
But when I saw, no, I did see an anime.
it wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, word.
It wasn't.
Once we saw the
Yonko.
Yonko, we were like, nah.
Nah, it's not doing anything to
You
Yonko.
think Shanks could just like on the chin, no problem?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right,
100%.
Listen, here's the thing too. Like, I kind of agree with Lawrence with the Roger and Shanks thing. Like, even though there aren't like abled bodies that could just take whatever damage, I do think that if Sanji can coat himself in hockey and not want to hurt himself against Black Maria, that proves that you can just coat yourself with your own hockey, right?
Yeah.
And why wouldn't Shanks and Roger, who are probably the prime examples of hockey usage, not be able to do the same at a very high level?
But is the question saying you're like he said you're not blocking it, you're not defending yourself at all, right?
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. So it's like
So
he would
he's not-
actively not
so
be
they're
using
not using hockey
It's just
at
like
all?
yo to the face, bro.
No, they can use hockey, just not like
my
a
bad.
sword or anything.
I misunderstood it then.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that they'd be able to take it in that instance.
Because even Zoro
Yeah.
took King's explosion. Zoro said I blocked it with hockey.
I think the list increased by like 20 people with that thing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You think Odin could do it?
Yeah.
I said Odin.
Dude, he took Divine Departure to the face and got up. I mean, he blocked it slightly, but like,
Yeah, that's true too.
yeah. he boiled alive, bro. Like it's
Yeah.
a lot of people. If you can
Odin can
defend yourself now, like I thought it was like just hit me. like I'm not.
Sophie Law and Kid just like
yeah.
Or when Sanji and
If
Nell.
you can stack hockey on you, there's a decent amount of people doing it.
Hold on, what tack was that they just took? Luffy, Law, and Kid.
They ended up dodging it anyway.
Oh, okay.
It was
the fire
heavenly
thing.
bonbons or whatever.
Okay.
But
Quavo,
bro.
appreciate the call, man.
Just because they don't call you a GOAT like they do Strahd, you know you're a GOAT in my book,
He didn't
bro.
win. We had my no. What rank did he come in last week?
Don't matter.
What rank he came in last week,
matter.
bro? Was it 2, 3, 4? It wasn't 1.
We got 2 GOATs.
I know it wasn't 1.
We got 2 GOATs, all right? Nah, we got a couple GOATs. You gonna say anything, Nick? You gonna sit there in silence?
I don't know,
You
man.
don't know what to say, bro. Number 2 don't never know what to say.
Yo, stop disrespecting
Nah,
Nick,
because
bro.
Nick came for me before the street. He came for me. I'm coming last. You was coming for me. And I won.
Well, come on. I just have to.
Love you, bro.
All right, Nick. Thank you, bro.
too.
Talk to you later.
Have a good one, Nick. Nice to hear from you.
Peace out.
It's always good to hear from the mods, bro.
Yeah. The ones that are involved. Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you? And don't spoil any chapter leaks.
Oh my god, bro.
I got you. My name Greg.
Hey, what's up, Greg?
What's up?
So I just wanted to come on here and say, how can y'all say that Mihawk is stronger than Shanks when we have had no feats from him? Because when we're talking titles, most people inside of the One Piece verse thinks that Buggy is top 4 in their verse because he's an emperor. So like, I'm not denying he's stronger than Zoro, but Shanks would also like wipe the floor with Zoro. So how does that mean that Mihawk is stronger than him? Because I personally, I can't agree with that unless if we have any feats to back it up.
My mans, did you call the wrong podcast? I don't think any of us have ever said that.
Yeah.
No, like not even like in jest.
Yeah, bro. All of us think Shanks is stronger than me.
Top 1. Right? Like I think it's a consensus here.
A lot of our fans, our community, may say otherwise, but us here, we got Shanks in that bout.
All right, where? Then I agree with y'all. I thought I heard one of y'all say that, bro. I was like,
Listen, man, you on the right side of the field, man.
all right, word. All right.
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
I think maybe he hung up.
I think he hung up.
He's there, right? Hello?
It's dead silence, I guess.
Did we get his name?
Greg?
Greg, yeah.
Greg,
you there?
Greggy.
Yeah. He got nervous, man.
That's the
Yeah.
that's the one thing
That was
that's
an easy
rare.
call.
It's rare that we all agree on
it.
something. It's rare when that happens.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you? And don't spoil anything for the newest chapter. What's up, man?
Yo, my name's JoJo, and
Hey.
I'm good. So I have a question. I can say I have to have say you guys 2 things, right?
If you want, go ahead.
All right, cool. So my first thing is I have a theory that Blackbeard is gonna try to lure in the Marines, mainly Garp, and try to find out what happened on God Valley with Pudding and hers. And then with Gecko Moria, he's gonna try and steal the shadow, and with Garp's memories, find out where Rox's body is, put Garp's shadow into Rox's, and Rox will become Blackbeard's 10th Titanic captain.
Wow. Yeah. Larry already not liking it.
He's torn on it. I feel like he's torn. I like the first part. I don't know about I have my own 10th Titanic captain theory that I put out, but how you feel, Larry? You and your feels.
Interesting theory, though.
I feel like a lot of people's theories about rocks, I get it. Like, it's fun. But like, it's super disrespectful, bro. Like, the disrespect is crazy.
Bro,
like
Madara, bro. That's what they trying to see.
they just trying to see what you right, Madara. But it would never be rocks. That's the issue with Gecko Moria's shadow ability, is that it would never just be rocks. He would have to implant somebody's shadow who's currently living and put it into Rox's body. He would have Rox's physical attributes, which obviously deteriorate over time because we saw that with Ryuma, but it would never be Ryuma, you know?
Right.
So in his thing, he said he would put Garp's shadow in Rox's body.
Yo, even so, it would never, like for example, like Ors was strong, right? But ultimately, Ors' downfall was that he couldn't feel pain, which that's why his shoulder got like messed up and he couldn't fight. Like, he would never amount to Garp in his, at any point.
Or Rox. He would never amount to what he was, even if he had Garp's shadow.
He would be a lower form. He would be a shell of their former selves.
I do like the idea of putting ability coming into play to get info, or maybe being the way we access a God Valley flashback. Because I think we're all waiting for a God Valley flashback.
Right.
Some of us are getting fearful we might not get it.
Yeah.
But Garp, Pudding, Blackbeard, that's a nice combo right there. It's a nice little combo.
It's just disrespectful.
He's done with the other.
It's just disrespectful, bro.
The only, to me, is like, because the first part is very interesting, and now a way we take to get the more information about God Valley, right now, that would be interesting, like how he puts it together with, and it makes, to me, it will make, all right, Blackbeard is really trying to find out, because more we don't even, to me, it'll give more to Blackbeard that he's putting in work to find out what happened to the ancient past. But for the Rocks thing, also, where I don't believe it will be the 10th captain is because I believe that Shadow has too many weaknesses. Salt, seawater, and like Larry said, it doesn't feel pain. That's too many weaknesses, especially when you're fighting against top tier, where hockey could just like end people, and then you're not even realize it's. To me, that's why I say like it'll be too weak, as in it'll be strong as in what you put together, but too many weaknesses to take it out, even if they're that strong.
Why can't Blackbeard just be like a regular pirate that just does nonsense? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't Blackbeard just be that guy in a sinister, malicious way? Like, why does he always have to, like, I understand the scheming parts of his personality, but at the end of the day, it's like once you insert rocks into Pirates at Blackbeard's adventure or ambition, it takes away from Blackbeard's ambition overall. We no longer become interested in his character. We become interested in knowing what Rox is, who Rox is, how does Rox operate. And it's like people always, this is what I say when it's like disrespectful, because it's also disrespectful to Blackbeard. Like, if you take away Blackbeard as a character and give it to somebody else, then we have like another Kaguya situation going on from Naruto. Like, I don't think that Oda would ever do that. I don't think he would ever bring Rox into the picture to the point where it takes away the attention from Blackbeard, because that's ultimately what would happen.
Yeah.
And that's why that theory just falls to pieces for me. It's like, if you love Blackbeard, you think Blackbeard's this sinister, planning, scheming guy, he's never gonna have the attention off of him. And that's one of the biggest pains for me. It's like everybody wants the attention off of Blackbeard and to be put onto Rox, which I love. I want to see Rox, but not in that way, because then it's going to take away from the main antagonist of the story. But
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I had was between the two heroes of the Marines, Garp and Sengoku, versus Big Mom and Kaido. Who do you guys have on?
Are we talking Prime or old versions of the Marine soldiers?
Let's say Prime, yeah.
Prime for Prime?
Oh,
That's really crazy.
Prime for Prime.
Man.
Wait, Prime for Prime. All of them Prime? Oh, wow.
I'm going with Garp and Sengoku.
Jeez,
You think
man.
so?
Absolutely.
Jeez, that's a hard one.
That is hard.
That's a hard one.
Listen, bro. Kaido right now not banging out with Roger or Prime Whitebeard the way y'all think it would. And like, after what we just saw from Garp in 1080, he not Prime. Imagine Prime Garp doing something like that. Like, that's crazy. And granted, I think the world of Kaido. I just, and I think the world of Big Mom. But I just think that Sengoku
and Garp are just super different. Like even Roger said it. Like I'd be wasting my time if you didn't give me Garp or Sengoku. That speaks volumes.
Yeah, I go with Garp and Sengoku as well.
Because also too, Sengoku is a Conqueror's user, and I believe just like how we always link where Garp and Roger, they were going toe to toe like running back. We saw in Marine for War that it was Whitebeard and Sengoku. Like Garp targeted Roger, Sengoku targeted Whitebeard. I think that was the coalition there. And also, this dude Sengoku, not only is he a conqueror, like I said, but he probably awakened his ability, and his ability is Zoan type god form, similar to like Luffy's. So with that in mind, and what we've seen is a little bit from Garp, like not in his prime, that attack. Imagine them both in their prime. Because also too, as strong as Kaido and Big Mom are, the biggest thing that stood about them was that their durability.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We got two people who can bypass it.
Yeah.
So.
And it's not even that. Like, people love to speculate. Again, this is where, like, the community just goes, like, back and forth, right? With, like, their headcanons and opinions. If you think that Blackbeard can just suddenly do all these amazing things and keep up with these 1% of people in the show because you speculate crazy and go freaking beyond Gomu Gomu no Mi pistol and stretching, it's like, why don't we do that for Sengoku?
It's like that with Emu, I think, too. A lot of people, like, gas at Emu, but, like, we haven't seen barely anything.
Yeah, but it's like, why not say that about Sengoku then? Why don't we hold that same type of conspiracy thinking with Sengoku? Like, if you're thinking theoretically with Blackbeard, think the same thing. Like, Sengoku is the only known pagan god we have currently right now in the story. That's, like, real. Like, in real life. And also, he has conquerors.
Yeah.
So it's like, and he's fleet admiral,
and he can use shockwaves,
and he can use shockwaves, which is comparable to like the earthquake. You know the you know it's like, bro, like if anybody is gonna be Sengoku, bro, and I think that's the point of people's main inconsistencies with the story, and this is the reason why they hate me, because I would bring something like that up and then it just completely explodes their minds. Because now it's like, oh, I gotta think the same way about another character that narratively doesn't have as much as like importance, but he actually does. It's like, oh wow, damn, I guess I've made a mistake, and then they can't accept it.
Larry gonna find a way to bring up Blackbeard. Yeah. He gonna do it.
And also, you think of again the fact that Roger said, like Larry said, bring Garp and Sengoku. That confirms that Roger fought Sengoku and know how strong he is.
Yep.
So like,
and
again,
respected it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you, bro. I appreciate the call. It's nice speaking with you.
Thanks for putting me on.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thanks for calling.
Hope to talk to you again. Good questions.
Have a nice day.
You too, man. Enjoy your night.
Oh, polite.
Yeah, that was nice. He was nice. Guys, we will get to the super chats in a little bit towards the end of the show. I just want to get as many calls as we can, okay? Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you? How are you? And do not spoil anything from chapter 1081.
You know I'm not trying to spoil. What's up?
What's up, bro?
What's up?
Hey, brother. What's up?
I'm chilling. You know, I'll give you the Zen update before you ask.
Yeah, you know I was going to ask, so...
Yeah, today was a solid day for him. He learned how to clear his mucus. So
okay. Baby steps in the mucus
My
category.
wife was just like, "Dang, he can hawk a loogie already." I was like, I didn't teach him that one.
Glad to hear he's doing well, man.
Good.
I was gonna make a don't be spitting joke, but I guess not.
Yeah, you guys will be able to see him next week, right?
We didn't officially announce it, but you can if you want. I was gonna save it, but if you want to tell the people, go ahead.
I guess I wasn't gonna spoil the chapter. I guess I was gonna spoil the next episode about that One Piece topic.
So
spoiler warning, guys. Larry, take it away.
What do you mean? You just said it. You might as well just say the whole thing.
All right. Hey, what episode is next time? For episode 97, I'll be rating that One Piece talk. You know, the Yonkos right now.
Hey. Yes, we will be starting next episode at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. So he'll be with us, and we get to meet See, so
Hey.
yeah, happy about that, man. Yo, can I get him something?
I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
All right, bet. All right. Anyway, what's up, Par?
Yeah, I mean, I was just, we're gonna have a lot of fun next episode for 1081, but there was something that, I've been super adamant about. I think I even called about it before, saying like, Garp having the memories of God Valley, we get the flashback through there, but like, I think it was ever since probably like January, February, or whenever we got Bonnie in the flashback with Kuma. I was thinking like, so I'm sure you guys have heard this part, right? Like that Kuma's flashback was God Valley. Do you guys think that like Bonnie, like that's the way we're going to learn about God Valley? It's through Kuma, because Kuma would have been the right age, and that place that he was in, there was celestial dragons, but it was also like the context of that flashback didn't really make sense for it to be 𝗵𝐺𝐻, and it didn't make sense for it to be Sorbet Kingdom, where from what we know of, he would be king of Sorbet King, or a prince, I guess, or royalty. So like it doesn't make sense for, and then also he escaped like from the celestial dragons, people chased him, and so like even that doesn't really make sense with 𝗵𝐺𝐻 either. So it kind of like, it makes me feel like, well, maybe it's someplace in between, and one place that we have as a mystery right now that we know celestial dragons were at would be God Valley. And the reason why, like, there's a few other reasons I looked at, like the architecture, all that stuff. You guys know I look at those details, but the reason why I like that theory a lot is because if that's the case, then that would explain why Kuma has gave up his body for the Marines, the Navy. It's because Garp would have been his savior. It would have been like his Fisher Tiger, essentially. Garp would have saved him, and then it would explain why he also is aligned with Dragon, because Dragon would be related to Garp in some way. So like, if God Valley if we get the flashback of God Valley through Kuma's memory, I think that's a really great way for Oda to tie in so much of what's currently happening in the manga with Garp and Blackbeard. We need to know about Rocks, I feel like, soon, especially if Garp's going to exit the story. I don't think it's going to be now, but if it is now, then yeah, I feel like God Valley is going to be important. It might be Kuma and his memory bubble that tells us. What do you guys think about that?
I never had that thought process. I never heard that before, but I like it. The ages I have to check, but I'm gonna take your word for it.
Kuma would be like 5 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
Kuma's 47
I think he would have
now.
been 7, 8.
Yeah.
He's 9. He would be 9. He's 47 now. And the guy happened 38 years ago.
I'm always impressed that Lionel knows all these ages of the
You
characters.
memorize them.
Yo,
bro.
it's so crazy,
so
bro.
wild, bro.
No, but it is important to memorize the people's ages. But Lon does a good job at like remembering.
Yeah, but do you even? Oh, never mind.
I don't even know how old I am, bro. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, do you know how old you are? That's
I
crazy.
guarantee
He's your
you he doesn't.
brother, bro.
See?
All right. Anyway, he's 29.
He didn't know. Say, I'm telling you.
Dude,
he
he's
didn't
legit
know.
2 years younger than us. That is not even that
I
hard.
told you.
2 years younger.
That's super interesting. I did hear about the God Valley thing before. I mean, my thought process has always been that during God Valley, there lived a certain type of people. The same way the Red Line had a certain type of people. And maybe since Kuma, at his young age of being 9, was probably born during that God Valley landscape, there's probably more people like him. They might even be extinct. But it is interesting to learn that if there was such a tragedy that did happen, when did God Valley happen? It happened 33 years ago?
38.
38 years ago.
38 years ago, and Kuma's currently 47, which makes that would be when he was 5. Right?
No, 9.
No, he died.
No. No, if you subtract the 38 years from his age, which is 47, that would make him 9, right?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, that means that most likely God Valley either happened before that incident when he was getting beat or after.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible.
I just know Par loves Kuma, so any theory crafting regarding Kuma, Par eats up, no problem.
Yo, I mean, I think like at the end of the day, I think Kuma's character is so important, as like he's probably one of the more important like father figures that's gonna end up like leading into the like Dragon and Garp and I feel like it would play well, even like narratively and thematically, if you get a lot of sentiment through Kuma first, and then we get Garp, and then we get Dragon, or whichever order, because like in a lot of ways, Kuma protected Luffy, right? Like in the actual storyline, right? Like Kuma kind of like not gave up, but like allowed them to pass through the bark, and then also save them on Sabaody. That's something that, like, when you kind of think about it, Dragon did the same thing at Logtown before they entered the Grand Line, and so Kuma did the same thing for the Straw Hats prior to them going into the New World. And so and then also protected their ship for the 2-year time skip, which is like an incredible thing that neither Dragon or Garp, like Luffy's father figures, wouldn't have done. Neither did Shanks. And so, like, I feel like Kuma's character is way more important than a lot of people give it credit, and I feel like it would make a lot of sense to tie his character back to God Valley, because it's all of those epic characters that you guys are just talking about, like with Rocks and everybody, right? So I think it would play really well. And then also again, it's like all of these, if Dragon was also there for some reason, because he would have been like 14 or something.
18.
I forget what age.
18.
Yeah, you would know.
Yo, Par, you have something to add?
Yeah.
All right, so I know it's gonna sound. So God Valley, right? Kuma's from there. Carries the Bible, right? That's one connection. Two, Kuma's main power, which was very narratively created to be used all the time, was the fact that he could just help himself travel. So let's say that since most of the devil fruits that we know that celestial dragons just give to like their slaves and stuff like that was given to him, the same way Big Mom found the devil fruit for Kaido, he used his ability to escape from the destruction of God Valley, ended up at Sorbet, and then they found out that he was a descendant of whatever people that are in God Valley. And that's why he became who he was to that kingdom. That's also probably why he wears robes, because a lot of people, I think Lawrence and Lionel will correct me if I'm wrong, but the people that do believe in God and stuff like that, they usually wear like attire, like robes and stuff like that, like at churches, like in other countries. And he was wearing a robe when we saw him at his youngest, when he didn't have the paw ears and stuff like that when he was holding Bonnie.
Right.
So that might be an indication that, that might have been God Valley.
That's an interesting way to go about it, because another thing that could be, right, like, because you were saying like there's special people at God Valley, like Lunarians were, right? And then that could explain Kuma's lineage that Vegapunk is so interested by. But then you added another thing, if like he went to Sorbet Kingdom, it could be like a runaround of like an opposite of Doflamingo. Doflamingo goes back to Dressrosa. He's the royalty, original royalty there. Like maybe somehow Kuma has like a crazy lineage like that too. Because at the end of the day, he has some kind of lineage. I feel like it wouldn't be too crazy to say D or Celestial Dragon, even though the D hasn't been like shown with him like that, the tie-in, although he's surrounded by like Dragon. So
or
Celestial Dragon route could be an interesting thing too.
Or we could see the story going in a weird aspect where the Birkins might be the foreshadow for the D clan members, because the same way like the Birkins had the Birkin City and the Lunarians were on the blue sea, but they were on the red line, there could be a Celestial Dragon family, and it turns out that the D clan were actually Celestial Dragons at one point, but they happen to live at the bottom of the Celestial Dragons like home, which was called the God Valley.
Yeah, that'd be, there's so, because it almost makes you want to tie in like Heaven's Gate that we saw, like Skypiea. We don't know where Burka was, but like that's another way to go about it, right? Like Heaven's Gate took you to like where the Celestial Dragons were, and then Burka was below, something like that.
Well, they never mentioned like Lunarians were on the moon at all, ever.
Yeah.
But they are sky people.
I mean,
Luna,
it's
in the name is why people say it.
Yeah, there was a because when the special racing, the thing that I always thought was like not race. I think the official said clan or something like that, or tribe or special like race. Not race. That's what the TCB translations were. But I was always running with the maybe Kuma was like a hybrid Lunarian, and so like maybe God Valley was like related to Lunarian stuff. Like maybe that's how like Big Mom and the others learned about Lunarians, and Kaido as well, because Kaido like showed up to King and is like, "You're a Lunarian, right?" And then it could tie back to God Valley in that way too, right? Because
like the offsprings of like false Lunarian, or like the like you said hybrid. So what's the word I'm looking for? Half-breed Lunarians.
Yeah. Because like the biblical thing, like I mentioned this before, I'm pretty sure it was like the seraphim, especially now that we have that name, when they had children with humans, they created the Nephilim, and Nephilim were translated as like either giants or people who are very big and very strong. And like either way, it's like Kuma's a very big and very strong person. So like, it could fit in a lot of ways where, again, I think the biggest curiosity that I have that I wish gets answered at some point is how can Vegapunk look at Kuma and be like, this guy is a muscular specimen when he had Kaido and King, a full-fledged Lunarian and an Oni like god with the dragon fruit, right? Like he looked at those two and said, nah, Kuma's my guy. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me.
Yeah. So,
go ahead.
My bad, because I'm just like going off now. I think Rocks would probably be from God Valley then too.
I was thinking the same thing.
Because we never knew his true intentions, right? It was to... So, hear me out, right? Like, the Celestial Dragons is basically, I want to be the rulers of the world. Well, the only person in the show who's ever had that ambition happened to be Rocks himself. And it's like, okay, so if he is of the same race as, like, Kuma, let's say, and they come in different sizes, right? And what's the reason for going to God Valley in the first place with your entire crew? What were you doing there? Like, why? And it's like, yo, maybe that was the reason was, maybe there were people like Kuma and his clan living at the bottom, and he was just like, yo, I want to conquer the top. I want to conquer the people that put us in this position. And then we seen that foreshadowed with like Fisher Tiger, with the fishmen, to the humans, and so on and so forth. So maybe it's like a pattern, maybe Par, but I think I'm a little off. But
nah, yeah, I mean, it's just an interesting conversation because I feel like we have so many pieces and we just don't know that they're pieces yet. And if it comes to be that we get God Valley through Kuma, it's like so many different points that we didn't think were relevant to God Valley now are like, oh my God, like Oda has been hiding these ingredients from us this entire time. And I feel like it'd be really sick. I feel like it'd be so cool.
And it makes just sense too as to why like Rocks would probably be also the captain of these three insane individuals with like insane conquerors. It's like because he's like a different type of, he's like Doflamingo to a degree, right? Like I would start to think that Rocks is sort of like Doflamingo. Maybe Doflamingo's a foreshadow to him too. Because there's no way that somebody with the mindset of a celestial dragon saying, I want to own everything and I want to be on top, with that type of ambition, those are the only people that have those types of ambition. Yeah. And it's like, yo, like, I can understand now why he'd be, like, why Whitebeard would be under him. Where I can't see Whitebeard being under anybody, bro.
Yeah, same. Yeah, it was a shock.
He wasn't even under Roger. He just respected Roger. But he never really, like, was, like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, when it comes to like the old legends, and I talked about this, I forget where, but like a lot of people like to make like the parallels of like, oh, Roger's like Luffy, but the thing is, it's like there's so many characters that have inherited the wills or are parallels. So it's like, at Roger's execution, Rayleigh was like, oh, all of these dudes, carried on something that Roger passed on, right? And so we have so many characters in the One Piece world right now, but there's only like a few legends: Rocks, Roger, Whitebeard, Garp, Sengoku, right? If you look at those characters, it's kind of like all of the legends or all of our current like main characters, antagonists, protagonists, whatever, they're all consolidated into a few characters. So you're gonna see like Doflamingo, Blackbeard, all those things. I'm pretty sure, when you finally see Rocks, you're gonna see a lot of different characters be resembled back into those like main characters for sure. I think that makes a lot of sense.
And you know what's crazy too? They always say like Shanks might be the son of Rocks, and he was found at God Valley.
Yeah. There's an interesting. I mean, you guys probably heard of this one too, where it was just like, you know, Roger adopted Shanks, and then Whitebeard adopted Blackbeard and Ace, right? And it's like that's an interesting connection because it ties back. And then like Garp probably adopted someone as well, and everyone thinks it's like Dragon. And if there's a lot of people think that Dragon is the son of Rocks, and so Shanks related to Rocks. It's like there's so many different weird connections that honestly aren't that crazy to think about. It's just, you know, I think there's legs to stand on for a lot of these ideas. It's gonna be so cool when we get there for sure.
Yeah. Listen, Par, you know I love you. I'm going to let you go so we can get one more call in before we do these super chats. But yes, everybody, we will have Par Vision next week on a special 3-hour episode. Definitely tune in for that one. It's going to be a banger. But thank you, Par. Much love, brother.
Thank you guys. Love everything you guys are doing. Shout outs to you guys. See you guys next week.
All right. See you, Par. Thank you.
Yep. Peace.
Marv, we're going to do one more phone call, and then we're going to get into super chats, and then that's it. Last call. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? This is Lyre from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you? And do not spoil chapter 1081.
It's the broker again, and I called in purely because that guy bummed you out so much by spoiling things.
Hey, what's up, broker? How you doing?
I can't believe I got in last again. How wonderful.
Talk to us, man.
Okay, so this is actually a theory I gave to another One Piece thing year and a half ago, and the guy just stole it and then didn't mention me at all, and it just ruined my month. It was awful. So so you may have heard it, but I want to put it through anyway. So ever since we saw like CP0 had 𝙧𝙀𝙀 and 𝐷𝐴𝐻𝐿 and stuff like that, I never thought we'd get around to. I just didn't, because I thought no matter how far they could have come, I thought Luffy and the rest of the Straw Hats are just so much further ahead now. And after Wano, there's just no chance. Like we saw, you know, they got ragdolled at Egghead. So my theory behind it is the fact that I think that all of CP0, if not all, then most, are basically slaves. And they're completely under the control of the Celestial Dragons. Maybe with, you know, like the explosion, handcuffs, etc. Something like that they can activate from all the way in Merijua, no matter where they are. And I think this is kind of on. Remember when the bowler hat CP0 member, he got the order to go and stop Luffy, went up to the rooftop, and after he held him there, the guy could have run. He could have, you know, well, at least attempted to run from Kaido. He had plenty of time, but instead he just stands there and takes that hit that we assumes killed him. And I think he was just done with the whole thing. He knew he was being basically sent on a would-be suicide mission by the Celestial Dragons and was just done with it. He just couldn't be bothered anymile.
So do you think they have like control chips, broker? Or like what do you think it is that's forcing them to do this?
I think it's more threat than like direct control, like brain control as such. I think it's more do as we say or we'll kill you. Because if you remember in the cover pages, CP9 were on the run from the world government the whole time. And we never saw anything of them being like, you know, given a pardon or anything like that. And as we know from CP9 members that failed, like Who's Who, he could have just been sent to, you know, Impel Down like the rest of them. Who's Who was. And I think it's very important that Who's Who, the thing he described to Jinbei, is the fact that they've heard of, you know, Sun God Nika. That's the big thing about, you know, that slaves look up to. Like, slaves can be freed by this god. And now we know that god is basically what Luffy is now, at least, you know, some semblance of it. So, yeah, I think that we're going to find out that, I think 𝙧𝙀𝙀 and 𝐷𝐻𝐿 will find out that what they've been fighting as Luffy is basically Nika, and that'll be the thing for them. It'll be like, look, we've heard about this in Impel Down, we heard the stories, so 𝘠𝙧𝙪𝙢𝙗𝙪𝙢𝙗 killed or taken away by the, celestial dragons and just made their lives even more miserable.
So what I'm gonna do is, I want you to DM me because we're friends on Discord. DM me your TikTok name. That way I can attach this to you when this goes viral. And we'll make up for that. We'll make up for that other guy because I'm pretty sure he's not important anymore. All right, deal?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Thank you. The reason why we can't reply back is because we're literally at the end of the show, so I'm sorry, broker.
No, I know, it's fine. I know, I was getting lost.
Yeah, but thank you for that.
Thank
I'm
you.
definitely gonna work on some things. I can't promise you when it's gonna happen, but as long as you send me your stuff, you'll be good.
Yeah.
All right.
No worries, can do.
All right, thank you, broker. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for the
Get
pay.
some sleep, man. I know it's late over there.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
All right, take care. All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. I got a speed run.
Yeah, we got a
super
speed
chats.
run. I'm so sorry, guys.
So we did get a $20 super chat from Muppets. It says, if there's going to be a 10v10 fight between Luffy and Blackbeard, who will fight? And who do you think was the 10th Titanic captain? My guess is Weevil, since he's getting back into the story through his mom because he was in Mads. My guess, if you ever saw on Signature Seb, I said that 𝐿𝐾𝐽's the 10th Titanic captain. I don't know if you guys.
𝐿𝐾𝐽.
So.
Yeah, 𝐿𝐾𝐽.
Same. We got another 5 gifted memberships from our guy Pig Hudson. Pig, you gotta keep trying to call, bro.
Thank you.
We got another $2 from Yunosuke. It says Gear 4 requires the incorporation of Hockey 2. Another 5 from Mellow Meadows. It says the worst part is how we still haven't seen the conclusions of Blackbeard's fights, including the Shanks and Scar. But Oda is clearly doing it on purpose. Can't wait for sure.
He is.
Another 2 from Strada says Nick's the GOAT. We got another 5 from Tony Leon. It says Europe just here wanted to say y'all mad bugging if you think Buggy isn't a joke. In One Piece, like Buggy gang for life. It says we got another $100 super chat from our guy Joy Boy Mark. It says, hey guys, got a cool theory. What if God Valley was the island that the 20 kingdoms fought that controls the sky lasers Uranus? And occupied it until Rocks and either sometime before or just after the attack used Vegapunk to transfer the tech to Mary Joie, then blow it up. So basically, the thing that blew up Lucia is God Valley.
That is an interesting theory. Also, thank you for the outrageous super chat. Listen, that's incredible. Thank you for always doing it too, Joe Mark.
Seriously,
thank you.
Man. Final super chat, $5 from Terrace Matthews. It says people need to stop defending Bumbeard. He needs to level up.
Yeah, so guys, thank you so much. We have to run now. Marv is literally on that button with his finger. This is that One Piece talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Lionel.
Seb.
And this is that One Piece talk. Jana.